What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Straight Breaks on this Money Making Wednesday here with the Big Dogs Morning Show. Got the franchise player with me as always, Chris Ruffalo. And Wednesdays with Ron, the Don, Romanelli. Man, we got a full schedule of Major League Baseball today, Wednesday, so it's day action. Love Wednesdays. Um, all day action. Love betting some day baseball. We got 3 games in the WNBA Commissioner's Cup tonight, so break down, talk about our thoughts in that. And we got game 3, venue change in the NBA Finals series, currently tied up 1-1. Somebody's going to take the reins of this series tonight. We'll discuss who we think that is and why we think that is, man. Chris, another money making opportunity. How you doing today, my man?
Doing all right. Yeah, like you said, there's lots of chances on the board today. The NBA Finals are back. Still got some WNBA and full MLB cards. So there's a lot of chances and a lot of spots I like today. So we'll break them down. But yeah, lots of money to be made today for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ron, what's happening?
Good morning. Good morning. Strong card today. I like the card. A little bit of everything except hockey, but I think that the NBA game I'm going to be watching more as a fan tonight. I don't have an official play, but I'm excited for Game 3. Obviously, like you said, winner takes over the series, takes the reins, and I think we'll talk about who that may be.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're knee deep in baseball right now. I think we're really starting to figure out who teams are, who teams ain't. We got a good sample size of data now on what's going on in baseball right now. That's kind of, helping at least me navigate it better than I was at the start. So just looking to keep the momentum rolling forward, keep the pieces and put them together. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be here likely an hour like we are every day, and we'll talk about everything under the sun and try to get it done, man. Try to get it done. For me yesterday, I was 4-3, I believe. 4-3 yesterday. Barely scraped out a winning day. Winning day is a winning day, though. I ain't lose money, so I always put a smile on my face. Smashed the WNBA play of the night. Shout out to Dream. Now 13-5 on the top play in the dub. So trying to keep it rolling there. Baseball. Baseball was choppy for me yesterday. So I was still on them damn Cardinals. They just ass. And then y'all know me, I'm an Astros hater. A lot of people try to call me a hater on a lot of teams. I'd be like, I just don't like them in certain spots. But I do put on that Astros hater hat proudly. And I took them boys money line yesterday, and that's what they go out and do. Okay. It's back to hating on that trash ass team. So that was my day yesterday. I think that was probably the most head scratching loss of the day yesterday. Anything else just jump off the page for y'all boys yesterday?
I mean, the Nationals, they were my play of the day. That was a heartbreaker, 4-2, bottom of the 8th, 2 outs, 2 strikes, nobody on. Somehow you blow the lead, and then the inevitable walk-off with the Nationals bullpen going toe-to-toe with the Mets bullpen. But, it happens. It's baseball. A lot of those have gone against me this year, but still a lot of season to go.
Yes, sir. I was on the other side of that when I had the Mets money line. I was looking real grim early. So I was happy to get that one. Had I lost that and the Astros, I probably would have been mad. For real. But shout out to the Mets. How you fight back, man. They've found ways to win at home. That's kind of why I bet them yesterday at that price. It's just that's how dominant they've been at home. The Nationals, value team. We love the Nationals here at Pig Dogs. Shout out to them boys. We'll see if they bounce back today. Justin says, who's the best team in the MLB, Jay? It's the team with the best record in the MLB. Got another dub yesterday. Shout out to them. The Detroit Tigers. I mean, that's who it is, in my opinion. That's right.
You want to bet that they don't make the World Series?
No.
Okay. If you ever do, let me know. Give me a call.
I don't want that. What do you say? I wonder what their odds are right now to make the World Series. And
Oh yeah,
look for me, Chris, Mr. Statistician.
I'm gonna guess. Last time I did this well with the Rockies. To make the World Series, I'll go plus 600.
I'm gonna say 450.
so basically to win the American League, which is essentially the same thing, plus 330.
Sheesh. Give me the no. Is there a no minus?
No, I don't have a no. I just have them to win the American League.
Give me the no.
Yankees plus 235. The Astros plus 650. Twins plus 900. Mariners plus 1100.
Twins, baby.
Where Rangers at?
They're not on the board.
Damn.
I'm kidding. Plus 2800.
You said at what? 800?
Plus 2800.
2,800. Okay. I can talk myself into 2,800.
You look at the National League. Dodgers plus 150. Phillies plus 500. Cubs plus 750. Padres plus 1500. Giants plus 1600. Not even looking at the Mets because we know they're not going to do shit.
Yeah, I was just going to say, what's the Mets?
So they're not going to do shit. So
what are they?
might as well burn plus 400 now.
What are the Dodgers?
Plus 150.
Plus 150. It's too hard. You can't pass plus money.
Plus 150 is crazy still.
They're going to make some moves at the deadline. They're going to get healthier.
Mets aren't even going to win their own division. Forget about the World Series.
Oh, yes, they will. They've got the division on lock.
Phillies plus 210 is where the value is there. Hey, Jay put toilet paper on his head.
Shout out the Mets, man. You know I'm over there, man. You know when that Mets train. Shout out them boys, man. Speaking of baseball, let's talk some baseball today, fellas. How about Sandy yesterday? Marlins, yay. I didn't bet it, sadly. But 6 innings, no earned. Is he back? 2 solid starts. Is he back?
He's back.
No, Sandy.
Against the Rockies and the Pirates.
Right. Right. Shout out to him, though. Shout out to him. We got the Marlins' first game on the board today, plus 135. They got Cal Quantrill on the mound versus Bailey Falter. Pirates minus 160. We got the Cubs, and Ben Brown versus Jesus, Mr. Knock Knock, Jesus Luzardo. Is this a bounce back outing for him today? Is the multi-million-dollar question. Line about even. Phillies slight favorite, minus 115. We got the Reds and the Guardians, Nick Lodolo versus Logan Allen. And we got the Brew Crew and the Braves, Schwelly versus Patrick for the Brew Crew. Good 4 games to start today. Some good pitching matchups. Chris, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm going to lean towards the under in that Pittsburgh-Miami game. To me, this just sets up as a very similar spot to what we saw yesterday. 1st to 3 wins kind of game. Bailey Falter was solid up until that last start. And Cal Quantrill's been actually fairly decent. And to me, this just sets up as a low-scoring game. So give me the under. And I'm going to take the over in Phillies Cubs. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Jesus.
Jesus who?
Jesus Luzardo's getting absolutely cranked in his last 2 starts. 20 runs, His last 7 2/3, 8 innings of work. It's terrible. The Cubs have been a decent team against lefties this season, but I also think the Phillies are going to be able to get to Ben Brown, who I think is still one of the weaker options in this Cubs rotation. So give me the over 8.5 in that one.
I'm going to roll with the under in Cincinnati, Cleveland. You got two of the worst lineups in baseball against lefties in the last 30 days, but Cleveland is far worse. That's why I think the Reds take the lead through the first 5. But I think, Lodolo, he's in good form right now. Cleveland in the last month, 25% strikeout rate against lefties. Not a team we're used to seeing have that kind of strikeout numbers, but they have just been miserable. We saw Andrew Abbott put together a great outing yesterday, another lefty. So I just think we see not a lot of runs. And if there is some damage early, I think it'll be Cincinnati. So give me the Reds in the first 5 and the under in the full game.
I'm going to take the Brewers, going back to them, just not overcomplicating it, man. You got a bad road team that's overrated, overvalued as a sizable road favorite against a team that's, what are they, 20-13 now at home this season, the Brewers? It's just a sub 500 team versus a team that plays really well at home, and the odds don't necessarily reflect it. Braves did beat them up in game 1, but we came back cash yesterday at a nice price with the Brewers, and I'm going back to them. I think they come out of here with a series win. Just sticking to the formula. Fade the Braves on the road. In favorable spots, will ride with them at home at the crib. I'm going to the under in that Phillies-Cubs game, and I'm also going to take the Phillies outright money line. I believe in bounce-back spots. I believe in my guys. It's baseball, man. Point me to a guy who's gone, great all season long. Everybody's going to have their ups. Everybody's going to have their downs. You just got to ride them. And Jesus, while the last 2 games have been his worst, man, we know what he's capable of. We know his stuff. He's proved it. We love him. I think today's the solid bounce-back start for my man today. While the Cubs are and have been really good on the road, I have no bad words to say about the Cubs today. I think this is a game a lot of people are going to look towards an over. I think it's going to be really low scoring. I'm going to say like a 3-1 style game, just all the way underneath the total. See if I'm right. That's really all I love here in this first slot. I kind of lean towards the Marlins in that one. When I see the Pirates, a team that can't score runs as sizable favorites, I typically want to look in the other direction. You let Sandy, who is struggling mightily, come in there and have a great outing like that yesterday. I don't think it's crazy to say that Quantrill can come in here and be serviceable either. So just playing the odds, playing the spot, playing the situation. Lean for me on the money Marlins. Man, it's raining cats and dogs out here in Dallas right now, bro. I don't know if y'all hear that thunder in the background, but
yeah.
Is that foreshadowing for tonight? We got the Blue Jays and the Cardinals. I've been taking a beating in this series thus far. Do the Cardinals wake up, or are the Blue Jays really just that hot, or do they continue to surge? Cardinals favorite -135 right now currently in that one. We got Brian who? Woo on the mound today for the Seattle Mariners versus Mr. Rodriguez for the Arizona Diamondbacks. We got the Angels and the Athletics. JP Sears. Are the locations open today? We'll discuss. We got versus the Angels. And we got the Padres and the Dodgers. Robleski versus Vasquez. Ron, how you feeling?
Yeah, give me the Dodgers on the run line. I still think LA, very tough lineup for right-handed pitching right now. Vasquez, I've talked about a few times in the rundown, more than a few times, really. I mean, I just expect major regression as the season continues. Sub-3 ERA for now, but the expected numbers are brutal, and that walk-to-strikeout ratio is also pretty brutal. I think the Dodgers are the type of team to really make them pay. And even at Petco, I think the Dodgers have a big day offensively, similar to the first game we saw in this series. So give me the Dodgers team total over in that one. And, for me, when you look at the A's and the Angels, two similar teams with, some solid hitters in the lineup, not a great rotation, not great bullpens. I think it adds up to a high-scoring game in this one. I like the over. It's really tough to trust either of these starting pitchers. They've been really inconsistent this year. And also the bullpens. I mean, you could argue the two worst bullpens in Major League Baseball. So give me the runs. We saw a very low-scoring game last time out. I think we see the opposite in this one. Give me the over.
I'm going to take an under in Mariners Diamondbacks. I know Rodriguez hasn't been great, but I believe in him. I do. I think, and the Mariners is a team who offensively never scare me. Wu, I think, comes out, has a serviceable, solid outing today. I think this is another like 3-1 either way. I don't really love the side from either game. I could see it going either way. I'm just going to take an under. I think it's going to be a solid game, solid pitching matchup, solid pitching duel between these two guys. Angels Athletics. Man, the Angels, man. This team here is so damn trash. Like, oh my God. The Angels have kicked the crap out of them all season long, too, as they lead the season series 6-0. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm just going to continue to fade the Athletics. They've now lost, what, 13 straight games in a row?
Something like that.
This team's ass. Angels playing well right now, near 500. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm just going to go minus 145 Angels. I want to take JP Sears. I do, man, but it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough, man. I can't, so I won't. And that's all I really love here. Oh, no. I lied. I just lied that fast. I'm going right back to the Cardinals. I'm sorry. I got to. I have to, bro. I have to. I know, Chris. I know.
Don't do it.
No, it's okay. I try to give Jay a cup. He just likes getting kicked in the nuts. I don't know what's going on.
Chris been begging me the last 2 days, Ron, to stop.
The Cardinals are pretenders, Jay.
They are, and I'm usually with y'all. I'm usually there. Like I'm usually like bashing the Cardinals. But they've done me so right this year at home. It's hard for me not to take them.
Have they done you right in this series at home?
No, they have not.
Bingo.
But it's the rubber game. Like they don't get the Blue Jays sweep on the road. They don't even sound right.
It does.
No, it don't. Liberatore, he got me today, man. Cardinals, money line, minus 135. Tell me why I'm an idiot, Chris. Tell me.
We don't have that. We don't have that thing. I wish I could have just thrown up like Cardinals ass. I'm an idiot. I think that Matthew Liberatore and Knock Knock are actually twins separated from birth. They both look the same.
They got me today, man.
Oh, they got you all right. Last 2 weeks, the Blue Jays second best in baseball against lefties, batting average rating 320. I think that the bullpen can at least hold it down for the Blue Jays here. I'm taking them here. I'm taking Blue Jays plus money. It's kind of the sort of the Tigers syndrome, where it's just like you don't think that they could be this good, but they are. They're playing really well right now, and I got to keep rolling with them here. If you actually, that's not including yesterday's numbers. If you include yesterday's numbers, they're hitting 339 against lefties in the last 2 weeks. So I think Liberatore's in some trouble here. Give me the Blue Jays in that one. And I think Sears is open in Anaheim today, but they're going to have early closing hours. So I'm going to take the Athletics in the first 5. The problem for the Athletics during this losing run has been pitching. And I think that Sears could hold it down for the first 5 before the bullpen lets it get away late. Hendricks, not my favorite option in this Angels rotation. I think this could be one of those spots where maybe you look at Angels first, or Athletics first 5, Angels full game. I think that's a good look. I'll find the odds on that, but that's what I like in that one. All right, let's see. You're still on mute, Jay. If you're talking to us.
Wow.
Nothing for him?
I'll pull
talking to me?
Chris.
I'm too tired.
You'd be too tired if it was me.
Damn right I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I was saying, I like how you trying to get creative with JP, man, but I don't even know if he can save them athletics right now. They just so trash. We'll see.
Well, listen to these numbers. You got for the A's offensively, they're 13th in runs, so above league average, 8th in batting average, 7th in slugging percentage, 13th in on base. So all above league average numbers. Pitching, 29th in WHIP, 29th in opponent's batting average, 25th in quality starts, and 30th in ERA. Even worse than the Rockies.
That's terrible. And it's like they got some okay names over there, like Sears, Severino.
Part of it's the ballpark, though.
Tell that to the Rockies.
No, I know. I'm just saying. That's why they struggle so much when they go on the road. But I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
look at Severino though. Look at his home ERA compared to the road ERA. And I know ERA.
But look at the Rays. They play at Steinbrenner. It's Tampa, which is red hot.
Yeah. And
the dimensions of the short porches, and they've got the 8th best team ERA in baseball, tied for the 7th best. And their pitchers, I thought their bullpen was in really rough shape on paper going into the year. They got a good rotation, but and in the last month, the Rays pitching has really gotten a lot better.
Shout out to them, man. See if they shake back.
Athletics first 5, Angels full game is plus 500. I can see it. So, just worth noting.
Fair. Keep it rolling. We got the Tigers out on the road versus the Orioles. Casey Mize versus Zach Eflin. We got the Tampa Bay Rays out on the road. Zach Littell versus Walker Buehler. Got the Nationals versus the Mets. Jake Irvin versus Mr. Peterson. And we have the Royals versus the Yankees. Clark Schmidt versus Bubich. The Royals. Y'all know what I'm doing here. We're taking the best team in baseball at plus money. What the fuck? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Oh no, I don't care. I do not.
The Nationals. I don't think the Nationals are worth the play today. Best team in baseball.
No. The best team in baseball is the team in Detroit. And we're getting plus money with them, man. I got to go back to them. We cashed with it yesterday. I think we're going to cash again. They've been underrated and undervalued all season long. You don't hear me say that too often. Undervalued, underrated, undervalued. You always hear the other side. But that's been the truth about them. And the Orioles, they're overrated, overvalued, man. This is the best team in baseball at plus money versus a team not even profitable at home. Well, Eflin has kind of got his shit together here of recent. I still don't think it's deserving of being favored here. I mean, no matter how you slice it, Casey Mize has been better. So I don't even understand the line, honestly. I don't even understand.
He's been better, but will he continue to be better? Is where that line comes from.
Fair question. I'm going to say yes.
Okay, I will say no. I say he gets cranked today.
Orioles and cranked in the same sentence don't go together. I'm taking the Tigers.
No, it is if you're saying that the Orioles are getting cranked.
Getting cranked, yeah. But
Mize gets shelled today.
They are not the ones doing the cranking. Whoa, wait, never mind.
I don't know, man. I'm just attacking plus money with the best team in baseball. I think you continue to do that over the full course of the season, we're going to be right where we want to be. So
I gotta say, from this point on, if you bet the Tigers every day from this June 11th to the end of the regular season, you will lose money every day if you bet them every day.
I disagree. Let's track it. Let's see. So
Let's do it.
Where are they right now?
Right now, they're number one in terms of profitability.
And at what?
I think 1,400 if you did $100 a game.
Okay, so we're just saying, do they finish at 14 or better, or 14 for the rest of the season?
Or worse. Yeah.
Okay. Fair. I like it. That's true.
You want to place a hat bet on that one?
Yes, I do.
Let me get the official number so we can get.
Fair. I'll rock with them Tigers. I will. I like them.
Go ahead.
I will.
It is actually no, it's not 1,400. It could be, obviously it's based on closing numbers for different books, but the one I'm looking at is 1171.
Okay.
So 1171. Think of it, June 11th, 1171.
All right. We're locked in. I like it. Tigers. I wonder. The question for me really is how good are they going to be? Like, how good do they stay, and do the books actually adjust them so like we take a couple bad L's later on? Like at like minus 160, minus 170. That's what worried me is a little bit. But I don't know the way they've been. If they continue to price them like this, then I think there's no way in hell. I think there's just no way in hell.
The true price should be Orioles like 140. So we're getting a discount with Baltimore. Believe it or not.
Based on what?
we are. Just based on the future projections. It's not games aren't played yesterday, they're played today. Casey Mize, the first time he pitched against this Orioles lineup this year, gave up just one run, but he gave up 8 base hits and a homer. A lot of opportunities. The Orioles couldn't take advantage. Now you're at Cam in yards. Ryan O'Hearn, 6 for 11 against you with 2 bombs. Look for him to hit a home run today. I like him to hit a homer. What was Mize's last start? 4 2/3, 4 walks, 6 hits against the lowly White Sox.
Where was the game at?
Chicago.
Okay, Chicago, different team, monster animal at home.
Oh, give me a break.
At home, man.
Casey Mize, look at his home and road splits. Home, 1.54 ERA. Road, 3.9 ERA. Where is he pitching today? On the road.
He's on the road.
He's in trouble. His ERA goes above 3, maybe even above 3.5. We could have Luzardo syndrome where he goes up above 4.5 by the end of the night.
Okay.
Final line, 2 2/3 of 7 run, 3 home run, 4 walk baseball.
Okay.
Don't you dare sully the good name of Casey Mize by bringing Jesus Luzardo into this.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. That's another thing. Yeah, that's why you can't always just talk about what happened, because Luzardo, here he was, one of the best pitchers in the National League, and now he's got a 4.6 ERA. He's given up 20 runs in his last 2 games. Hey, it's Chris's mother.
You leave my mother out of this. Looks like a wildebeest.
I don't know, man. Attaching my wagon to the Orioles is something I cannot do. So I'm sticking with the Tigers. I hear you. You made a good argument. I'll give you credit. You made a really good argument. It's not enough. Tigers.
I tried to warn him, everybody.
He did. We'll see. We will see. Let me see if there's anything else in this slot that I like. I kind of like the plus money today on the Royals. I do. First game of the series yesterday. I told you on the show. Oh yeah, the Yankees. Max Fried, Max French fries, like fading him. You're a strong will man. Today though, I think this is the spot where the Royals make it interesting. Yankees have dominated them all season, lead the season series 4-0. I'm taking plus money with the Royals today, just letting y'all know what I'm doing. So I do like Clark Schmidt much better than the next guy, but I gotta fade him today. I'm not rocking with Schmitty today. Give me the Royals. That's all I really love in this slot. Small lean on the Red Sox, but the way them Rays is overall playing, I'm not rushing to fade them. And then I'm priced out of betting the Mets today. I typically just want to rock with the Mets every day at home. And the Nationals is a team I like to take it when they're at home. So I'm just priced out of the Mets today. That's my thoughts on this slot. Chris, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Mets here on the run line. Yeah, it's just a bad matchup for the Nationals here. Jake Irvin, I mean, his last couple of road starts, he struggled. He got the win in Arizona was because his offense staked him a 10-0 lead in the first inning. Even then, that got a little bit dicey. The Mets have been hitting against righties fairly well over the last couple of weeks. I think they get the job done here. I think they get a cover on the run line. And I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. Zach Littell gives up home runs, but the Tampa Bay Rays have found ways to back him up when it starts. And Boston Red Sox just can't get behind him with Walker Buehler starting here. I think the Rays still have the better bullpen. I'm going to go with the Rays in that one.
Give me the Mets on the run line. Jake Irvin, I think he's in trouble. I think Peterson may regress as the season goes along, but I still think he's a much better option in this particular game. And I think the Mets will do some damage early and late. Yesterday they couldn't do anything against Mackenzie Gore, but they were able to score against the bullpen. This time they should be able to get on the board early and late and cover that run line as a pretty big home favorite. And now that you got me riled up, I guess I got to do it. Give me the Orioles as a freemium. I'm not selling this play. It was a long-term play, but I'm going to give it out as a freemium. Orioles money line. I like the over in the first 5 between these two. I like Casey Mize over earned runs. Rhino Hearn home run. What else should I take? Orioles team total over.
Damn, didn't know it was possible to go 0 for 4 in one game for 4 single picks.
Yeah, good one, Chris. Bet me a hat if you're so sure.
I don't wear hats. I told you. I come out on the
What do you wear? Toupees?
Does my last name say Romanelli?
Yeah, there probably are some Romanellis that wear some toupees out there. But come on, what do you want to bet? I'll bet anything you want. A case of coffee crisps.
First of all, I can go to the dollar store and get a case of coffee crisps for $24 here.
I have to go to the grocery store where they charge it because it's an international.
Yeah, you have to pay the tariffs on it.
Yeah, $3 a bar.
You just asked me. I would have sent you some, but now that's brought mothers and toupees.
Mothers. Orioles.
Fair. We'll see how that plays out. Last slot of the day, we got the Twins, the 50-50 Twins. David Festa favored over my Texas Rangers and Jack Leiter. Minnesota minus 145. We got the Astros and the White Sox. Astros minus 160 with Gusto versus Burke. And we got the Rockies, Kyle Freeland versus Robbie Ray and the Giants. Giants minus 210 on the road. Chris, how you feeling?
Yeah, give me the under in Rockies Giants. It was a little bit dicey yesterday. It's the Giants scored 4 in the 9th to win that game, but the thing is that this is still a Rockies team I don't trust against lefties. Robbie Ray has been one of the better lefties in the National League. So even though he hasn't had much success at Coors in the past, this Rockies lineup is a disaster. I think they could struggle here. On the other side, you got the Giants who haven't been hitting lefties well. Kyle Freeland's got an ERA just under 8 at home, but I think this could actually be a good spot for him. So I'm going to roll the under 10 there. I'm actually going to take the Texas Rangers here. I'll take them first 5 full game because I think that if the Rangers aren't leading after 5 innings, when you get to the bullpen, good luck. Because this Twins bullpen still, for me, from a talent perspective, is the better bullpen. But I think that Texas can get to David Festa early. Jack Leiter's been pitching solid lately. Let's take a shot on the Rangers here. Plus money.
I'm going to take the Rockies here, plus 2.5 or plus 1.5 at plus money. Freeland's been better as of late. Robbie Ray does not have the best numbers at Coors Field. I don't think both these offenses are that trustworthy right now. Rockies blew the lead yesterday, but still found the run line cover. I think they can do the same. Maybe win it outright, but at least cover the number, keep it close. So give me the Rockies.
I wanted the Rockies bad yesterday. I'm going back to it plus 175. Probably get more game time. It just set up perfectly. Kyle Freeland 1-8. Robbie Ray 8-1. I ain't falling for it. Not kidding me. They're not. Giants not the same team on the road as they are at home. We're starting to heat up a little bit. The Rockies not nearly as bad as they start to heat up as they are, early in the season. We finna get our Rockies back. We finna get them back here soon. Let's start with a good plus money cash for them today. Last game on the board tonight, too. A lot of people just going to have the Giants in there as their last game for the parlay. Y'all know how it be. Last game on the board for the parlay. No! Rockies come out there plus 175. Parlay buster for the night. Calling it. Let's do it. Astros are fucking terrible. I can't believe they lost yesterday. White Sox that had 6 wins on the road yesterday heading into that game. Now they have 7. I would go to the Astros today. I'm not betting it, but I do think it's the right bet. Just don't trust the White Sox on the road. Ultimately, is what it is and what it ain't. Rangers Twins. These are 2 teams right now heading in opposite directions. The Twins, they had that great run. We rode them through that run, but they've started to cool off. Losers of 4 of their last 5. Didn't look good yesterday with the Rangers. They're starting to heat up. Winners of 3 straight, and they've been terrible on the road this season, but 3 straight road wins is encouraging. That offense yesterday was encouraging. This has been one of the best pitching teams in all of baseball. The only problem has been how terrible this offense has been. I still believe in a lot of these guys. I saw them go on one of the best offensive seasons ever. Just 2 seasons removed from that when they win the World Series as an offensive team, and it's still the same names, same guys in the lineup essentially. So I know they can do it. It's just a matter of will the tide turn? And looking at it on paper right here, right now, it's looking like the tide is turning. So I can't pass up plus money with my Rangers today. And as I always say with the Twins, man, this is who they are. This is why we call them the 50-50 Twins, because they go on long winning streaks, and they also have extended losing streaks in their repertoire as well. So plus money Rangers today. I'm rocking with them. I want to take the under because it's cash at pretty much a 70% clip, but I'm going to leave it alone until I see if this Rangers offense at this was just a high point yesterday or if they actually start to heat back up. So won't play the total today, but I will attack plus money. That's what I like today in baseball, ladies and gentlemen. We covered it all. We did it. We did it. Chris, Ron, anything y'all might have missed full card today in baseball?
Casey Mize over earned runs. Casey Mize over half a home run given up.
Now 0-for-6. God.
No, earned runs I already gave out. So for 5.
0-for-5. Okay, sorry.
Casey Mize over strikeouts. I think I like that one.
There you go. 1-for-6.
So what's your final score for that game, Chris?
4-3. Detroit.
What about you, Jay?
6-2 Detroit.
12-3 Orioles.
0-for-7. Or 1.
We'll see. We head on over to the WNBA. We got the Las Vegas Aces. Now 9.5 home favorites over the Sparks. Total 166.5. We got the Wings, my hometown team, out of the road facing the Phoenix Mercury. Mercury 7.5 home favorites. And we got the Lynx out on the road facing the Storm. Lynx are 4.5 road favorites in this one. We'll start our day in the WNBA with Ron the Don. How you feeling?
I'm going to take your hometown team. I'm going to take the points with the Wings. I don't think that the Mercury should be this big of a favorite against most teams in this league. And I think because of Dallas's recent struggles and, blowout losses, we're getting a really good price with them. So I think Dallas keeps this one close, keeps it within the number. I'll take the points with Dallas.
You're a brave man. I won't. I'm fading them. I don't love it. I said this on the layup session. I don't love it. Laying extended numbers with Phoenix makes my stomach hurt, but with the terrible form that the Wings are in right now, I would have to fade them. Even when they played well, like in that last game against the Lynx, you blink and the final score was as bad as it was. There was a 4 or 5 point game late in that fourth quarter, and they still found a way to lose by 16. Like, it's disgusting. So I can't put my faith in the Wings right now. Small lean on the Mercury. Small lean for me on the Sparks. I just don't trust the Aces as double-digit favorites right now. I kind of think they're overrated, overvalued, living off of the name of the old, not necessarily who they are of right now. My biggest beef with the Sparks this season is I felt like this team was overrated, overvalued, but I don't think they're that overvalued as 10-point dogs in this tonight. The Aces are the better team, and it wouldn't shock me if the Aces blew them out. But in that same breath, I don't want to lay double digits with the Aces until they give me great reason to. And they just haven't given me that as of right now. I know they blew out the Sparks the first time. I think this one has a 7-8 point win written all over it. And then the last one, I'm on the Storm money line. I think they hand the Lynx their first loss of the season. Shout out the Lynx. I think they're the second best team in the league, right behind the Liberty. It wouldn't shock me if that was the championship again between those two teams. But I've told you guys many a times the Seattle Storm are a different team, monster animal at home, at the crib. They remind me of the Denver Nuggets, where it's like they have one of the best home venues in all of the WNBA. You know, the area really cares about Seattle. They lost their Supersonics, so they show up in droves to the Storm, hoping to get the Sonics back, and they will be getting them back here soon. Lynx are really good. The Lynx are the better basketball team, but we know in basketball, the better team doesn't win every single game. And I think this is a great spot for the Storm, especially in the revenge game. They lost to the Lynx the first time they played this season, 82-77. Not that long ago on the 27th of May in Minnesota. I think this is going to be another tight, close game. I think the Storm pull this one out. I think Minnesota takes its first loss of the season tonight. I'm on the Storm plus the points and outright money line. Chris, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the under in Wings Mercury. I think this total is just where it is because, you know, these two teams have played in some higher scoring games as of late, and the Wings have had defensive issues all season, but the Mercury are more of a defensive-minded team overall this season. They're going to try to slow down the pace a little bit. Feels like a first to 80 wins kind of game for me here. And I like the over in the Lynx Storm game. I think it's going to be just a higher scoring game, closer to maybe the low 160s. But I also like the Lynx here. I think laying the 4. I wish I could find a bet to say that the Lynx and Liberty would both be undefeated by the time they play each other, like in a couple weeks, because I think that would be crazy. I just think the Lynx are the better team, but ultimately I think the over is the better play in that one.
Fair enough. Keep an eye on the WNBA tonight. The layup session will be up after the show. Be sure to check it out. Me and Chris Ruffalo. And we got one game left to talk about tonight, man. It's the big one. The NBA Finals, Game 3, the rubber game. Series currently tied 1 apiece. We got a venue change. We head over to Indiana, where the Pacers are 5.5 point home dogs, total 228.5. I'm taking the Pacers outright money line, plus 180. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing. I think that the Pacers win this game, take a 2-1 series lead. I think the role players of Oklahoma City struggle tonight. Remember, this is one of the youngest teams ever to reach the NBA Finals. This is still an inexperienced team in Oklahoma City. This is an Oklahoma City team that has struggled from an ATS perspective on the road all season long. And Indiana's a different team, monster and animal at home, at the crib, especially in the postseason. I think Halliburton starts the game off at a fast pace after the slow start in Game 2. There's numbers to suggest when Halliburton starts the game off at a fast pace, how much better the Pacers are from not only a full game, but a winning the game perspective. I think the role players of Indiana get an uptick tonight playing behind their home crowd. Guys like Neesmith, guys like Nimhard, guys like TJ McConnell. I think those are the guys that really have an uptick tonight. I think Siakam has probably one of his best games of the series tonight. And I like the Pacers tonight. I do. I like the 5.5, but I think the better bet is just to continue to attack the plus money. One thing that we've seen with Indiana this entire postseason is how good they've been in moments. And I think that'll be the case tonight. I think tonight will be just another moment where we're sitting there and we're like, damn, man, look at Indiana. That's what they've done all postseason, you know. Chris laid it out last week what the $1 million question in this series is. When Oklahoma City has held teams to under 110, they played really well. When they've allowed a team to score over 110, they haven't. And we saw in game one, the Pacers, what'd they score? 111. It took to the very last second to get there. They reached it. They won the basketball game. Game two, they did not reach it. Tonight, I believe they reached 110, aided by their home crowd, aided by their role players having an uptick being at home. I think the inexperience of Oklahoma City and its young guys' first NBA Finals game on the road, we've already seen them struggle in the postseason on the road, kind of gets to them a bit. I never thought that this series was going to be quick work like the general masses thought it would be. On Indiana here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's my spiel. That's how I see it. Chris, how you see it?
Yeah, something's got to give here because the Pacers are 4-0 against the spread and straight up after a loss in the playoffs, but 0-3 straight up in game threes. I think that the Pacers can get it done here, though. I'm just going with what I've seen to this point, and I understand why. A lot of people want to be on the Thunder here because the Thunder got a resounding response in game two. I just think the first finals game in Indiana in 25 years. This place is going to be crazy. And the thing for me is that you look, there's a clear difference between the Thunder in the playoffs on the road and the Thunder at home. The Thunder on the road in the playoffs allowing 114.4 points per 100 possessions. That's 9th out of the 16 teams that made the first round. Minus 6.2 net rating on the road. They're being outscored by 6.2 points per 100. If you flip that to home, they're allowing 99.3 points per 100 and outscoring teams by 21.6. So this is a different Thunder team on the road. The Pacers, 117.5 points per 100 at home is, their better split. So I think I could trust the Pacers to score at home, keep themselves in this game, maybe even like they say, give themselves a chance to win it outright. Would not be opposed to the plus 180 either, but I'll also take the points with the other Pacers here.
Ron the Don Romanelli, how you feeling?
Where do you think I'm at?
The Thunder.
Of course.
I think you're on the Thunder, but you don't love it. I think is what I would say.
Well, I love it enough.
Which you should really be on the Pacers. That's what I think.
No, I love it enough. I'll take the Thunder and lay the points. I think it's clear that the Thunder play the more sustainable style of basketball. I know they've struggled on the road in the postseason, but they've still won a majority of their road games in the playoffs. And defense travels. I think this is the best defensive team in the NBA by far. When I say they play the more sustainable basketball, you just look at the game one where they were up by as many as 15, and they only lost the game by 1, despite getting outshot from three-point range drastically. I mean, it was like 47% for Indiana, 16 or 18 made threes. OKC had a poor shooting night. They shot less than 40% from the field and still scored 110 points and still almost had a chance to win that game and should have won that game. Then you see in game two, things settle down. They shoot a lot better and they win the game by 16 points, even though Indiana still put up 35% from the perimeter, 14 made threes. And it was a blowout for OKC wire to wire. So I just don't, unless Indiana goes bonkers from the perimeter, which we've seen at times in this postseason, it's just tough to predict. I just can't see them shooting 45+% against a defense, and a perimeter defense in particular, like OKC's, that we've seen this entire postseason just be dominant. They've got many guys. It's not just Caruso. They've got so many options to defend the perimeter and keep teams off the three-point line. I think defense travels, and I think we're getting a bargain price because of this series being a lot more competitive than expected. OKC should be a double-digit favorite in every game in this series. So give me OKC.
Couldn't disagree more. I couldn't disagree more. I understand the thought process. A lot of people have put a lot of weight on defense in the NBA. I'm just one that doesn't. In the NFL, yes, defense wins championships, and I think that's proven over and over again. Defense in football. But in basketball, it's not the case. It's not the case, and I'm a huge believer in that, man. And great offense in basketball, 9 times out of 10, overcomes great defense. And the Pacers are one of the best offensive teams ever. And I think that is enough to overcome Oklahoma City. Looking back at Oklahoma City last season, they were just as good defensively, just as great. They didn't win the NBA Finals. They didn't even reach the NBA Finals. And why didn't they? It's because they ran up on an offensive juggernaut in the Dallas Mavericks. And I think in this one, they're playing.
How do those Mavericks do in the championship?
I know, but we're talking about Oklahoma City. Last year, the Mavericks ran up against, in the finals, a defense and an offensive juggernaut.
We can't pretend like OKC just has no offense. I mean, this is still one of the MVP caliber type player.
Yes.
It's going to put up 40+ a night.
Yes. But I've discussed this, is I think tonight the role players for Oklahoma City have a downtick. And do you trust Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to win the game with 50 points from the mid-range?
I do.
Fair enough. I'm not mad at you for thinking that. I do not. Not tonight. Not tonight in Indiana. He's going to have to score 50 from the mid-range tonight. And I don't think he does. So we'll see. It's a lot of interesting talking points in this game. I just value offense way more than I think the general masses do. And I also don't think the general masses understand how good Indiana is offensively. That's all I'm saying. I do think the Thunder are the better basketball team. I do agree with you on that. And I do think the Thunder should win this series. I've said that as well. But I just thought that the value in the odds never reflected how good Indiana is either. I just never thought that this was a 4-0, 4-1 style series. So we'll see. We shall see how it all plays out tonight. I can't wait to sit back and watch this game. I think this is going to be one of the better games of the series. I can't wait. Oklahoma City has dominated the series, like Ron said. Even looking back, I think the Pacers have only led like seconds in this damn series. Like game 1, they didn't lead at all, and they only led for that 0.3 seconds that was left on the clock. And I don't know if they had a lead at all in game 2. I got to go back and look, but if they did, it wasn't long. So
I just think you're underrating this Thunder offense. I don't think it's not like they just play defense. I mean, they score in the fast break. They've got great offensive rebounders that can get those putbacks. I mean, Hartenstein's had a monster start. I just think that, yes, they do take a lot of shots from the mid-range, and for me, that's not the way to go in the future of basketball. But I still think that there's second chance opportunities. The fact they get to the free throw line, where they had 30 free throws last game. You look at their points scored in the regular season, the postseason, they're scoring a lot of points. They're not just winning, low scoring games. I mean, 123 last game in a blowout win. So I think they're off. I think their defense is elite. I think their offense is certainly, the top 5 offense, top 3 offense in the league.
No, I agree with you. And that's why they're one of the best teams in the league. That's why they're one of the best ATS teams historically ever. I just worry about the extra guys in the big moments. I don't trust Jalen Williams. I don't. And as a second option on the road in the NBA Finals, first road game in the Finals, I don't trust him. I don't trust Chet Holmgren in this moment on the road. Lou Dort, from an offensive perspective, I don't trust him in his first road game on the road. Yes, Shea will get it done. Shea will get busy for the mid-range. Shea will get his free throws. My biggest question tonight is who else will step up for Oklahoma City? And that's what puts me on Indiana tonight.
And his name is Aaron Wiggins.
It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me. It would not shock the hell out of me. The Thunder team is deep. Aaron Wiggins would likely be a starter on another team. Caruso could easily start somewhere else. They're a deep team. They are a deep team. Somebody might step up offensively tonight on the road. We'll see. Isaiah Joe 30 ball coming. That wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me. Joe can get high from the 3-point line. We'll see tonight. We'll see. Y'all know I love both of these two teams, man. I love them. And in the finals, a game like this, we're picking hairs. We're splitting hairs. Again, the Thunder are the better basketball team. They are the better basketball team. But as I said earlier, man, in hoops, the better basketball team doesn't win every game. It's not how it plays out. So, fading Oklahoma City is not fun. It's not for the weak-hearted. We've said that for the last 3 seasons. This team only has 20 losses all year. Also, this team, another stat, I need to go look and see what it was, how many times they lost to the East this year. I know at home they only lost to the East 1 time in the last 2 seasons. You know who that was to?
Wizards.
Indiana. Indiana beat them last year at home, but yeah, it's not. I'm not mad at nobody taking the Thunder. I get it. I get it. I'm just telling y'all what I'm doing. Let me see. Against the East, can I pull that up? Is that a subset on here? Non-conference. Let's see. The Thunder this season, non-conference, were 30-3. I think they were. I think all 3 of them came on the road. I don't think they lost to the East at home this year. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I get it. I do. But I'm here to let y'all know where I'm at, how I see it. I'm on the Pacers tonight. Anything else, fellas, y'all want to talk about before we move on to the final part of the show?
Nothing for me.
Franchise?
Nothing for me.
Fair enough, man. That concludes today's show, man. Money Making Wednesday. We covered baseball, WNBA, and Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Gave you our thoughts, our opinions on how we see the board shaping out today. The plays we love the most, though, the plays that we personally have the most money on, those are over at Pig Dogs Premium Franchise Player. Chris Ruffalo, what you got going on over there, man? You're in a nice little run right now. Looking to keep it rolling. What you got going on?
Yeah, I got my $19 pickoff play that going off this afternoon. We've also got a 5-pack with all my MLB plays and a WNBA play of the day as well. You can hop on something long-term. I got a couple bonus plays in there for long-term subscribers. And if you miss out on the afternoon action, don't worry. I might put up a 3-pack for tonight's baseball. So make sure that you check that out. But yeah, use that promo code PICK at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase. Pair any of us up. Pair all 3 of us up for that multi-capper promotion. But definitely the way to go over at Pick Dogs Premium.
Hop on with the franchise, ladies and gentlemen. Continue to do the damn thing. Mr. Rundown, what you got going on today?
Yeah, we lost yesterday, but it's been a good start to the month of June across the board. And I've got 5 plays total today. Got my WNBA play of the night. Got my rundown best bet in Major League Baseball. Also an MLB 3-pack. Don't worry, none of those plays are the Orioles in that 3-pack, but that is a freemium. So, make sure you take the Orioles in the money line.
Hop on with the franchise player. Not the franchise, with Ron the Don. Chris is the franchise. Ron's the Don. Hop on with him, man, and continue to kick the crap out of the books. For me tonight, I got WNBA best bet. We are 13-5 on that play thus far this season. Looking to go 14-5 after tonight. You can scoop it up $19. We cashed pretty no sweat second half yesterday with the Atlanta Dream. I have a top play in Major League Baseball for you guys today. I did drop that yesterday. I had the under in the Rangers game, and the Rangers offense just blew up out of nowhere. Didn't really see that happening, but we'll get back on the horse today and look to cash that. And I'm playing the NBA. So 3-4 plays for me tonight. Scoop them all up over at Pick Dogs Premium, and let's continue to keep the momentum rolling forward, ladies and gentlemen. And that brings us to parlay time, man. It's a segment where we put a couple games together and try to hit them all on one ticket. It's called a parlay. Chris, what you got for me today?
Let's go with the Pacers plus the points. Let's go with the under in the Mercury game and the Athletics first 5.
I'm going to keep it simple. Orioles money line, Thunder money line. 2-teamer.
I'm going to go Royals, Brewers, Cardinals. 3-teamer baseball. So I got for y'all tonight, ladies and gentlemen, man. Money Making Wednesday. Appreciate each and every one of y'all continue to tune in and join us, watch these shows, watch these episodes. All we ask is that you smash the like button for us. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're nearing 250. We're nearing 250, ladies and gentlemen. We're like right there, like literally. It could be today, it could be tomorrow. You know, we're like that close. So share this with a friend, share this with your betting group chat, man. We love y'all more than y'all know. We're continuing to try to grow the community. 250 is a good milestone, man. We're going to celebrate it. We're going to keep this shit rolling. We're going to keep the momentum rolling forward. That's all I really got for y'all today, though, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, Ron, anything else before we get out of here?
Make it a winning
Casey
day.
Mize over. Casey Mize over 2.5 earned runs. Enjoy that game. Get it? A nice drink, a snack. Put the Orioles game on. Sit back. Maybe even put your baseball glove on so you pretend like you're in the outfield catching the ball. It'll be a good day.
For Tigers bettors. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. All right, fellas. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Make it a winning day. We'll try to act more professional tomorrow. Brad Wins Bets will be back with us tomorrow, man. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. See y'all then.